shot by Johnson. He goes up for a floater, off the glass, no good, and out of bounds. Off of Hansen. And Morley will inbound for the Ponies. Johnson will take it up. Guarded closely by Strem. Tries a little shove or a little bit of a stiff arm move there as that pass tipped in, grabbed by Strem. Inside to Gullickson, guarded by Morley. Petrie up for the floater, no good. Rebounded by Sedlacek. He goes through a couple guys, lost the ball to Strem. Strem's got two people, and Hansen will put it down. Preston Hansen. First 2 points of the game for Fertile Beltrami on the two-hand jam. Caden Pierce now guarded by Strem. Johnson for three, and rebounded by Johnson, who followed his shot very nicely. That'll result in two. Sebastian Johnson keeping it a 5-point game here. 7-2 the score, 2 minutes in. Petrie inside to Gullickson. They're going to use their big man. Gullickson hard off the glass and rebounded by Johnson. Johnson with a nice behind the back move. And now Sedlacek in the corner. Johnson nearly lost the ball to Strem. Now over to Pierce. Pierce taking another deep three, and nylon! Caden Pierce is feeling it. 10-2 the score. Fertile Beltrami down by 8. Stoltman over to Strem. Inside Hansen. Hansen at the elbow, gives it off. Gullickson off the glass. Over Morley. Drew Gullickson. Pierce. Over to Johnson. Johnson to Sedlacek. Sedlacek guarded by Strem. It looks like they're in a zone. Johnson for three, no good. Rebounded by Strem. Strem nearly got decked there by Dvorak on accident. And now Stoltman. Stoltman gets a screen from Hansen. Kicks it back to Hansen. He goes right past Dvorak. In and up and no good. And a foul called. This one on Derek Morley. That's the wrong part of my score sheet. 10-4 the score as Hansen at the line. As he is up and through. (10-5) now, 14:42 remaining in this first half. Hansen up, no good, and rebounded by Pierce. Johnson inside at Sedlacek. Sedlacek making a nice move, rebounded by Dvorak. He tries to go up, and it's immediately taken away. Drew Gullickson and crew there on the stop. Petrie, Stoltman, Strem. Strem looking inside for Hansen, makes a nice grab, and is blocked. Dvorak got his hand in there. And a timeout called by Warren Alvarado Oslo. We'll be back after this.
We switched to Garden Valley Technologies for our internet service and couldn't be happier.
The quality and reliability of our internet, TV, and cell service instantly improved.
The staff has always been great at steering us to the service for our needs.
Thank you for making our lives better.
I highly recommend GVT. It was the best decision I ever made.
Join GVT and share in our success.
Happy to have this company in my hometown.
And we're back. Fertile Beltrami boys basketball taking on Warren Alvarado Oslo. Just under 4 minutes in, and it is 10-5 in favor of the Ponies. As Sebastian Johnson will work on Briar Strem after the inbound from Noah Sedlacek. In the corner to Pierce. Pierce gets it over to Johnson and then back over to Sedlacek inside for Morley. Morley guarded by Henriksen, who came in. Derek Morley on the board. Gage Henriksen, number 35, a junior, came in. He's got the ball now inside, guarded by Morley. Goes up with it, and Henriksen Henriksen, big country, up and in. Johnson quickly takes a three, and it goes in. Spin around. Sebastian Johnson. Now with 7 on the night. Errant pass from Strem and into the bench. It'll be pony ball as Ethan Ellerbush checks in for Noah Sedlacek. Ellerbush, a junior, number 21. Inside to Morley. And Strem got in there quick, and it's a result of, never mind. Oh, no, it was on Strem. I thought he pointed at Preston Hansen there for a second. I was like, okay. But no, foul is on Briar Strem. That's the first of the night for either team. Never mind, Derek Morley had one earlier that I completely forgot about. Ellerbush misses the three. Dvorak goes through a couple of guys, and a jump ball as Dvorak and Stoltman got into it there. Johnson will inbound. Johnson, as Caleb Sather gets set to check in, fires inside to Dvorak, passes tipped, grabbed by Pierce. Pierce gets through a couple, and up and short on the floater. Hansen fires quick and intercepted. Sebastian Johnson with a Euro up and good! Sebastian Johnson! Petrie driving up and fouled and no shot. Shot is no good. Foul on Ellerbush as Caleb Sather checks in for Easton Petrie. Foul is on Ethan Ellerbush. It's his first, team second for Warren Alvarado Oslo. 17-7 the score. Strem drops the ball, grabbed by Pierce. He gets rid of it. Sather's on top of it. He tries to get it out to Strem. It's kicked around a little bit. Pierce comes up with it now. Up and two. Caden Pierce and a timeout called. Steph is calling a timeout. We'll be back after this.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
And we're back. Fertile Beltrami boys basketball down by 12 to the Warren Alvarado Oslo Ponies. 19-7 the score with 12:30 remaining in this first half. Briar Strem taking it up. Hansen looking, finds Stoltman. Stoltman back to Hansen. All the way across to Sather. Sather doesn't want inside. Pass out of bounds, or pass tipped out of bounds by Sebastian Johnson, who's been having himself quite the night so far. 9 points. And yeah, he's been playing pretty well. Stoltman over to Sather. Good defense by the Ponies so far. Stoltman over to Strem. Strem, Hansen. Hansen over back to Strem again. Sather takes the floater up and no good. Rebounded by Ellerbush. Ellerbush somehow got that to Pierce, and Pierce will take it up. Caden Pierce guarded by Strem, and now Sedlacek to Johnson, and Johnson tosses, pass tipped, and out of bounds. Lost by Sedlacek as Petrie and Gullickson come back in for Stoltman and Hansen. Strem finds Petrie. Petrie back to Strem. Strem. Sather, long toss to Petrie. Petrie sets up for three, and short, and rebounded by Gage Henriksen, but it was over the backboard, so it's out of bounds. Another turnover for Fertile Beltrami. 9-7 the score. 19-7 the score. 11:21 remaining. Johnson gets it to Sedlacek, and now in the corner, Morley for three. No good. Rebounded by Pierce. He goes up with it. The jumper and good. Caden Pierce, 2 threes, 2 twos. He's got 10 points. 21-7 the score. Strem. Back to Petrie. Petrie looking. Has it inside to Gullickson. Out Strem. Now Petrie again. Petrie's going to drive. Stop. Out to Gullickson. No, not go up with it. Back to Strem. Now Sather. Sather inside. Henriksen. Tried to get it to Gullickson, but to no avail. And Dvorak will check back in for Derek Morley, as well as Sidney Carlson. A sophomore, number 14, checks in. Long toss out to Strem. Strem up for Henriksen. He comes down with it up. No foul called. Gullickson puts it back in with 3 seconds on the shot clock. 21-9. Pierce got by Strem, nearly lost the ball in doing so. Ellerbush takes 3, no good. Rebounded by Pierce. He's been everywhere. Carlson fires it back to Pierce, and now Pierce guarded by Sather. He'll get by. He'll take the jumper, the fade, no good, and rebounded by Gullickson. 10 minutes on the clock in this first half. Petrie stops out to Sather, and now back over to Strem to Henriksen. Henriksen takes the jumper. It's good. Gage Henriksen for 2. Strem now playing with an untied shoe. Please don't trip and fall. That would suck. Carlson in a little bit of a scrum. Strem comes up with it. The untied shoe stops. And I'll kick it back out to Petrie. Petrie looking inside. Gullickson. Henriksen through contact and good. Gage Henriksen, 21-13. Pierce driving past Sather. Pass tipped. Grabbed by Strem. He's still playing with an untied shoe. And 3! Briar Strem and a timeout called by Warren. 21-16. We'll be back after this timeout. Don't go away.
At Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, we make buying your next vehicle easy. Not only do we have a large selection to choose from, but we also offer them with a wide range of options. Whether it's the F-150, Escape, Explorer, Bronco Sport, or Ranger, we'll find the vehicle that best fits you and your budget. Check out the selection at ChristianBrothersFord.net or ChristianCarsOnline.com. Find your next vehicle at Christian Brothers Ford, Highway 2 East in Crookston.
I'm a proud alumna of Northland and now an adjunct nursing instructor.
That's the wonderful thing about nursing, though. There's many different paths you can take. Northland's prepared me by offering the skills, I think, to make you successful in life as a nursing path.
I wouldn't be the nurse I am if I didn't have Northland behind me.
And we're back. Fertile Beltrami boys basketball on a little bit of a run. 21-16 now the score. As Derek Morley checking in for Noah Sedlacek. Johnson fires for Pearson. Now over to Morley. Back to Johnson. Handing his face up and short. Rebounded by Pierce. Johnson again fires for Pierce. Pierce guarded by Petrie. Johnson has nowhere to go, finds Pierce again, and he fouled by Stoltman. Only 2 fouls for each team so far, as we are under 9 minutes to play here in this first half. 21-16 the score in favor of Warren Alvarado Oslo. Morley guarded by Strem, 6'6" on 5'9". Ellerbush out to Pierce from Dvorak is short. Out of bounds and off of Ellerbush. Fertile Beltrami ball. Stoltman to inbound to Briar Strem, who has his tied shoe now. Strem to Petrie, and now Gullickson out to Hansen. Stoltman out to Petrie again. Inside as Hansen threw his hands, he kept it alive, got it to Gullickson, up and hook shot good! Sky Hook McGee! Drew Gullickson up for 2. Pierce guarded by both Petrie and Strem. It is a zone look. Dvorak broke the zone, and 2 got past Gullickson. Noah Dvorak. 23-18, now a 5-point game. It was at one point a 14-point game. Trying up for Gullickson, and he can't get it. Was Petrie a little too long. Morley now to inbound to Pierce. Pierce. Back to Morley. Morley still looking. Finds back Pierce for 3 again. Same spot, other side. And out of bounds, rebounded by Preston Hansen. Briar Strem now out to Stoltman. Stoltman gets a screen. He'll stop. Out to Gullickson now. Strem in the corner for 3. No good, and rebounded. Tipped up in the air. No, grab by Petrie. What a play by Easton Petrie. And that one knocked loose out of the hands of Strem. He wanted a foul called and nothing called. It is Warren Alvarado Oslo ball as Caden Pierce comes out. Sidney Carlson checks in. Johnson will take it. Sebastian Johnson pass tipped and out of bounds. Easton Petrie. Easton's really been playing pretty well these last couple of games that I've seen. And it's really fun to watch him just go out there and play basketball. It's fun to watch these boys in general play basketball. Ellerbush all the way over to Carlson. Carlson to Morley inside, and he's fouled. And they're calling the travel. Morley with the travel. And Stoltman will inbound for Fertile Beltrami. Strem has Petrie. Petrie gets a screen, doesn't use the roll. Out to Hansen now, and Strem gets a nice screen. Uses the roll this time to Hansen. Somehow gets it out to Stoltman. Stoltman kicks it back. Petrie. Petrie with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Out to Hansen. Hansen, Gullickson, Stoltman. Stoltman gets a screen. He'll use it. Under 10 seconds now. He'll go up with it. No good. Knocked out by Morley. And it is still Fertile Beltrami ball. 4 seconds left. No, they're putting the 20 back on. It did hit the rim. And Stoltman comes out as Henriksen goes back in with a little bit of a big package in there. Carlson and Ellerbush check out as Sedlacek and Pierce come back in. Petrie up for Gullickson, up and hard off the glass, no good. 23-18, still the score. Pierce fires down to Sedlacek. He gets right past Gullickson. Up and no good, no foul. Everybody thought there was a foul, and now there's a foul, this time on Pierce. This time a foul on Preston Hansen. It's his first. Never mind, they called it on Gage Henriksen. I just can't see fingers. Up and good for Caden Pierce. 24-18 the score, 6:17 remaining in this first half. Up and good for Pierce. Strem to take it up. 25-18 now. Out to Petrie. Petrie looking. Has Gullickson. And now to Strem. Uses the screen. Goes up with the floater. No good. Rebounded by Strem. He lost the ball. He got it back. Has Hansen. Hansen goes up with a reverse and one. No idea how that went in, but it did. Hansen scores with a chance at a three-point play. 25-20 the score. As Ellerbush comes in for Dvorak, Stoltman comes in for Petrie, and Carlson comes in for Johnson. I'm sure all of you kept track of that. Hansen to the line. Up and good. 2 for 3 now from the free throw line as Carlson gets it over to Pierce. Pierce back to Carlson. Carlson through Hansen, fires it to Ellerbush. Lost the ball. Hansen swatted away, and Henriksen comes up with it. Stram, Stoltman, Henriksen inside. Gullickson kicks it back out. Hansen working on Pierce, up, and foul called. This time on Caden Pierce. Hansen will head back to the line. Hansen back to the line, 25-21, 5:30 remaining in this first half. Hansen's good. Up and good again, 4 for 5 now. 25-23, back to a 2-point game, under 5:30 remaining in this first half. Carlson back to Pierce, Pierce to the white line. Pierce fires back to Carlson, bounce pass inside, Morley back to Pierce, who's wide open for 3, and he's good again! Caden Pierce, his third 3 of the half. Stram has Stoltman, 28-23 the score. Inside to Henriksen, back out to Stram. Stram uses a screen. And now Stoltman over to Hansen. Hansen working on Pierce. Inside to Stram. Stram pops free, gets it out to Hansen. Hansen losing time. Now Stoltman is going to drive right past it, Logic up, and one! Caleb Stoltman! And substitutions coming in as Strem checks out, Petrie checks in. Hansen's going over to get a drink of water. I thought he was being subbed out for a minute. I was like, why is there no other sub? Johnson comes in, as well as Ellerbush, or as well as Dvorak, as Sidlacek and Morley take seats. Ellerbush back out to Johnson. 28-26 now. Ellerbush in a little bit of a pickle. Fires out and taken away. Hansen's there. Hansen fires it over to Stoltman. He'll drive again. Still stop this time. Go a little bit long. 4:10 remaining. Pierce, long shot and taken away. Preston Hansen lost the ball out of bounds. Off the hands of Johnson, and Preston Hansen will inbound again. Strem checks in quick for Drew Gullickson. 4:06 to play in this first half, 28-26. All the way over to Strem. Strem fires for Petrie, and then Stoltman. Stoltman inside to Hansen. Hansen kicks it back out. Petrie, Stoltman, Hansen. Pump fake the 3, steps back again. Stoltman will take the 3. Caleb Stoltman for 3! Taking the lead, 29-28. Pierce gets through unattached. Art off the glass, but a body foul. This time it's going to be on Henriksen. That's his second. Team's fourth. I'm missing one on the Warren side. I didn't see who got that, who caused that Preston and one. Is that Morley that caused the Preston and one?
I'll have to wait till timeout.
Henriksen checks out as Gullickson checks back in. And Pierce to take the lead is good. And a substitution quick coming in for Sidney Carlson is Noah Sedlacek. 30-29 the score. Petrie to Strem. Strem will take it up. Strem back over to Petrie. Petrie looking inside for Gullickson. Gullickson back out. Stoltman. Now Strem. Strem looking. Guarded heavily by Johnson. And now Stoltman looking inside to Gullickson. Gullickson to Hansen. Morley got in the way. And it is Warren Alvarado Oslo ball. 30-29 the score. And Pierce to Johnson to Sedlacek. Long toss to Pierce. Pierce corralled it, nearly lost it though, and has it tipped away by Hansen. Hansen going behind the back and just knocking it free. Under 3 minutes to play now, 30-29. Pierce to inbound. Long toss up to Dvorak. Now Johnson. Johnson over to Pierce. Pierce back to Johnson. Heavily guarded. Johnson fires and taken away. Gets it to Strem from Petrie and now hands it up for two. Preston Hansen, the latest 1,000-point scorer, scores again. Caden Pierce to Johnson and now Sedlacek inside for Morley up and decked by Hansen. Does a pair of push-ups on the way up and the student section don't really like it. That's Hansen's first, team's fifth. Morley up and good. Tied at 31 now. Up and good. On his second try, Morley takes the lead, 32-31. 2:25 now to play in this first half. Strem to Stoltman. Stoltman to Hansen. Hansen looking back to Petrie, and now Strem inside. Hansen, little 21 action up and good. 33-32, 2 minutes to play. This is the 2-minute warning. Pierce all the way to Sedlacek. Sedlacek gets it to Johnson, barely. Johnson fires it quickly back to Sedlacek, just about takes out a fan. Johnson nearly lost it. He did lose it. Did he lose it? No, he didn't lose it. Dvorak to Pierce for three with a hand in his face, and good! In his face! Caden Pierce, 4 threes in this one half. 35-33, 2-point game in favor of the Ponies. Inside to Hansen. Hansen steps back, goes inside to Gullickson, and he's fouled. This time a foul on Dvorak. That's his first. No, that's his second. He was the one who caused that Hansen and one. As Dvorak checks out, Elderbush checks in. Petrie will inbound. Petrie, tip, and grab by Strem off the tip. Hansen inside to Gullickson, long toss out Petrie. Petrie's gonna drive baseline, kick it inside. Gullickson slams it down one-handed. Oh, I've been waiting for it. Drew Gullickson went up with a vengeance. Pierce is on the ground, Strem is on the ground, and a jump ball. I was so infatuated with the dunk, I didn't even see what just happened, and I really wish I did now. 35-35, Gullickson ties it on a dunk, and Fertile Beltrami taking it back on the jump ball. 1 minute to play in this first half. Petrie gets it out to Strem. Strem all the way over to Stoltman. Stoltman inside to Gullickson. Gullickson kicks it back out. Petrie to Hansen, who's wide open. Short, and rebounded by Hansen. He's pushed out of bounds by Morley. Maintains possession for Fertile. Inside to Gullickson, now gets it out to Strem. Miscommunication on the passes. Less than 10 seconds now. Strem, Hansen, steps back, long three, blocked. And Johnson with the board. No, does he have it? I don't know. Stolman's got it, but a jump ball. 28 seconds to play. in this first half, tied at 35. Johnson will inbound. Caden Pierce with 25 seconds to play in this first half. Pierce guarded by Strem, and he's fouled. Strem picking up his second foul. Sather will check in for Strem. Ellerbush to Johnson again. Johnson takes three, short, and rebounded by Hansen. A chance to take the lead. Petrie comes up with it. Back to Hansen, he'll drive. Inside, Sather up, and good! Caleb Sather! And now Pierce guarded by Petrie, lost the ball, and a chance at it! And Gullickson drains the half quarter after the buzzer. Oh, what a feeling, 37-35. The boys coming back from 14 down to take the lead by 2 at the half. We'll be back after this.
We have a great responsibility to deliver great power. Power that's reliable, affordable, adaptable. Power from coal, wind, hydro. Power that's here right now and that's ready for tomorrow. Sustainable power from renewables and carbon capture. With great versatility comes great power. We're all in on all of the above energy.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
Polk, Norman, Monoman Public Health is here to keep you safe and healthy. Public health services are low or no cost and always confidential.
We're here to keep you safe and healthy. We offer all types of birth control here at our office, including condoms, pills, patch, ring, Depo shot, IUD, Nexplanon, and emergency contraception. STI testing is recommended every 6 to 12 months or whenever you have a new partner. All at little or no cost to you and always confidential.
West Main Pizza is now serving you from both Ada and Dilworth. The tradition of West Main Pizza continues after 30 years in Ada, and the Rail District location is now open in Dilworth. When you're in town or driving through the area, visit West Main Pizza. For specials, visit West Main Pizza Ada and Rail District Dilworth Facebook page. Both locations open daily at 11 a.m., serving the West Main Pizza menu items you enjoy. West Main Pizza, Ada, and the Rail District in Dilworth. Both are open to serve you daily.
I highly recommend GVT. It was the best decision I ever made.
It's so pleasant to speak with a real person who's knowledgeable, efficient, and effective in their position. The quality and reliability of our internet, TV, and cell service instantly improved.
Buffering is a thing of the past.
We switched to Garden Valley Technologies for our internet service and couldn't be happier.
Be a part of our growing family and share in our success.
Linforce Agency and Auto Owners Insurance care about the success of our local communities, businesses, and farms. We are cheering right alongside you for area students, athletes, and their achievements. We're here to celebrate your milestones and are with you through the unexpected. Our team of insurance agents is committed to helping you find a policy that fits your needs. At any of our locations, we will work with you to ensure that you and those you care about most are protected. Give us a call today at 218-435-6585 and check out our website at linforceagency.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
When you're in the market for a new vehicle, why not shop Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. You can take advantage of one of the largest selections of new and used vehicles with some of the best prices in the area. You can shop the lot or you can check them out online, christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile, and they're proud to have one of the largest, best selections around. It's Christian Motors of Fertile.
Are you pregnant with your first baby? Be a better parent tomorrow with good advice today from a personal nurse. Nurse Family Partnership provides the information, advice, and support you need throughout your pregnancy and after your baby arrives, all at no cost to you. Your personal nurse will be there whenever and wherever you need them, making sure you and your baby are healthy, strong, and thriving. For more information, contact your local public health agency or find us on social media. Together, we can build a better future.
When it comes to insurance, CHS Northwest Insurance Services of Fertile has your back. Meet Janet E. Fox, your dedicated agent specializing in multi-peril and hail insurance. Life is unpredictable, but your coverage shouldn't be. Trust the team that cares about your peace of mind. Call Janet E. at CHS Northwest Insurance Services in Fertile today at 701-371-6193. CHS Northwest Insurance Services of Fertile, because when it comes to insurance, precision matters.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Polk County Public Health and Norman Minoman Public Health, together, we'd like to remind you how important yearly checkups are for children and adolescents. These visits are an excellent time for you and your child to talk to their primary care provider about their physical, mental, sexual health, or substance use. Don't forget to catch up on immunizations, including your flu and COVID vaccine. For questions on the Child and Teen Checkups program, contact your local public health agency or find us on social media.
Hi, this is Jim, and with Bernie Berkemeyer, we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us in enchanting Ireland, June 25th to July 4th. Experience the ancient history, natural beauty, and the warm hospitality of Ireland. We travel across this beautiful country, visiting places like the Kilkenny Castle and the breathtaking cliffs of Moher. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Polk, Norman, Minoman Public Health is here to keep you safe and healthy. Public health services are low or no cost and always confidential.
We are here to keep you safe and healthy. We offer all types of birth control: condoms, pills, patch, ring, Depo shot, IUD, Nexplanon, and emergency contraception. STD testing is recommended every 6 to 12 months or when you have a new partner, all at low or no cost to you, and it's always confidential.
We switched to Garden Valley Technologies for our internet service and couldn't be happier.
The quality and reliability of our internet, TV, and cell service instantly improved.
The staff has always been great at steering us to the service for our needs.
Thank you for making our lives better.
I highly recommend GVT. It was the best decision I ever made.
Join GVT and share in our success.
Happy to have this company in my hometown.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
At Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, we make buying your next vehicle easy. Not only do we have a large selection to choose from, but we also offer them with a wide range of options. Whether it's the F-150, Escape, Explorer, Bronco Sport, or Ranger, we'll find the vehicle that best fits you and your budget. Check out the selection at christianbrothersford.net or christiancarsonline.com. Find your next vehicle at Christian Brothers Ford, Highway 2 East in Crookston.
I'm a proud alumna of Northland and now an adjunct nursing instructor.
That's the wonderful thing about nursing, though. There's many different paths you can take. Northland's prepared me by offering the skills, I think, to make you successful in life as a nursing path.
I wouldn't be the nurse I am if I didn't have Northland behind me.
We have a great responsibility to deliver great power. Power that's reliable, affordable, adaptable. Power from coal, wind, hydro. Power that's here right now and that's ready for tomorrow. Sustainable power from renewables and carbon capture. With great versatility comes great power. We're all in on all of the above energy.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
As Fertile Beltrami takes the court first, as they will start with possession. Fertile Beltrami with their starting five out there. Number 0, Caleb Stolman. Number 1, Briar Strem. Number 3, Drew Gullickson. Number 24, Preston Hansen. And number 30, Easton Petrie. Strem gets forced to the ground. He maintains possession of the ball, gets it out to Hansen. Hansen up to Stoltman, and then Gullickson up for 2. What a way to start the half for the boys. Anyway, on for Warren Alvarado Oslo, their starting five. Number 2, Noah Sedlacek. Number 11, Derek Morley. Number 12, Sebastian Johnson. Number 22, Noah Dvorak, and number 23, Caden Pierce. Stoltman now inside to Gullickson, finds Hansen. Hansen going around, Morley up and 2. Preston Hansen, 41-35 now the score. Pierce switching gears on Strem, getting it out to Johnson. Johnson in the corner. Johnson pulls up from 3, rejected by Drew Gullickson. Johnson will inbound as he tosses it out to Caden Pierce. Pierce makes his way back up to the white line, gets it back out to Johnson. Johnson back to Pierce. Pierce inside to Morley. Morley finds Johnson for 3 and well short. Hansen making his move. Stopping and gives it off to Petrie. Petrie back to Stoltman and then over to Strem, swinging it all the way over. Gullickson up and just off. He's fighting for it now and pins Dvorak to the floor. Using a head lever there, that was kind of weird. That's a move I only see on the mat. Caden Pierce now to take it up after the jump ball. Morley back to Pierce, sets up for 3, short, and Dvorak tosses it right back, trying to get it off of Hansen. Hansen corrals it, and now Hansen kicks it back to Petrie. Petrie over to Strem. Back to Hansen. Hansen thought about it, swings it over to Petrie. Petrie wanted inside. He has inside. Strem with the jumper and good. Briar Strem, 43-35. Now the score. Pierce all the way over to Johnson. Johnson back to Pierce inside. Morley up and blocked by Drew Gullickson. Morley hits the deck. And Gullickson is called. That's his first. And he misses his first. Pierce Moves over, gives him a high five, and Morley makes his second, rolls it in. 43-36. 7-point game. Stoltman inside to Gullickson. Gullickson pivots, gives it out to Petrie, and now Strem. Strem's going to drive baseline. Gets around, throws it, and it's right to Caden Pierce, who has it stripped by Stoltman. And a foul called this time on Stoltman. That is his second. It's a warring game now. Gullickson comes out. Pierce up and one. Foul on Gage Henriksen, that's his third. Henriksen just checked in for for Drew Gullickson. 43-38, Caden Pierce to the line to take advantage of a potential three-point play. Up and good. 43-39, that was the score. Strem to Petrie. Petrie to Stoltman, and then Strem. Strem driving up, and followed by Henriksen is no good, ever so barely, but Henriksen will head to the line. Caleb Sather checks in, gets set to come in, as well as Sidney Carlson of the Ponies. Gage Henriksen, by the way, a junior number 35. Swings it in, and it's good. As Caleb Sather, junior number 22 for Fertile Beltrami, checks in, as well as Sidney Carlson, a sophomore number 14 for Warren Alvarado Oslo. Henriksen, no good on his second. Rebounded by Hansen. Hansen, pump fakes, gives it out to Strem and Stoltman now. Stoltman inside. Hansen, back to Strem. Then Sather inside. Henriksen, big country up and no good. Rebounded by Morley, gets it out to Pierce. 44-39. Pierce on a, no one was there. Caden Pierce up and completely unguarded, up and good. 44-41. 14:30 remaining. Up for Hansen from Henriksen, up and just barely off. Foul on Noah Dvorak, that is his third. And Preston Hansen will head to the line. Up and good. Gullickson comes in for Henriksen. Petrie coming in for Stoltman, as well as senior number 4, Colby Hema, checking in for Briar Strem. Hansen, now 6 for 7 on the night from the free throw line. 46-41. Pierce. Over to Carlson. Carlson inside to Morley. Morley kicks it back out for Sedlacek. He'll drive up and blocked by Hansen. Rebounded by Pierce. Blocked again. Wanted a foul. Carlson's no good. And rebounded by Petrie. Petrie swings it over to Hema. Inside to Gullickson. Gullickson back over to Petrie. Petrie to Hema. And Hansen. Hansen gets a screen. He'll take the jumper. And no good. Rebounded by Sidney Carlson. Carlson fires over into the corner of Sedlacek. Sedlacek fires, kicks it back. Pierce short from 3 and rebounded by Hema. Hema. Petrie and then Hansen. Hansen. All the way back to Hema at the white line. Hema. Hansen pump fakes, gives it out to Sather instead. Hema. Stops. Finds Petrie. Petrie with 10 seconds. Now Sather. Under 10. Hansen takes a deep 3. He's feeling it! Preston Hansen drains from 3. Pierce now back over to Carlson. 49-41 the score. Under 13 minutes to play. Back out to Morley, inside, he drives. Back out Carlson, Carlson kicks it out, Sedlacek for three. Short and rebounded by Hansen, who is nearly decked by Ellerbush. Just about got a elbow to the face. And Ellerbush picks up his third as Dvorak and Sebastian Johnson check in for Morley and Sedlacek. Hansen to inbound for Strem. 12:30 remaining. Strem, high toss for Petrie. He comes down with it, now Hansen. Hansen, back out to Strem. Strem looks, wants inside, can't tries for it. Gullickson comes down with it up and two. Drew Gullickson making a little bit of something out of a little bit of nothing. 51-41. Pierce inside. Dvorak is blocked. Dvorak wants a foul. And a little bit of chopping action from both sides. Pierce calling it out. Chucks it for Johnson. Sebastian Johnson at the white line. And a foul on Easton Petrie. That's his first. Carlson to inbound. Carlson finds Dvorak in the middle. Now back out to Johnson. Johnson with 22 seconds. Pierce gets past Hema, not quite. Johnson over to Carlson, then back to Pierce. Pierce driving up, hits the deck. Dvorak is blocked by Gullickson and out of bounds. It remains Pony ball. A typical Fertile Beltrami Warren Alvarado Oslo game. Quite physical. Losing time. Dvorak back to Pierce. Pierce takes the jumper and way too long. And out of bounds. It is Fertile Beltrami ball. 51-41. 11:40 remaining and a timeout called by Warren Alvarado Oslo. We'll be back after this.
Polk, Norman, Mahnomen Public Health is here to keep you safe and healthy. Public health services are low or no cost and always confidential.
We're here to keep you safe and healthy. We offer all types of birth control here at our office, including condoms, pills, patch, ring, Depo shot, IUD, Nexplanon, and emergency contraception. STI testing is recommended every 6 to 12 months or whenever you have a new partner. All at little or no cost to you and always confidential.
And we're back. Fertile Beltrami boys leading by 10, 51-41. The score over the Warren Alvarado Oslo Ponies. Briar Strem to take it up. Has it to Hansen. Hansen back to Strem. Strem taking a look. Gets a screen from Gullickson. Another high toss for Petrie. He's not that tall. Inside to Gullickson and back to Strem. Strem finds Stoltman through the legs of Gullickson. Stoltman losing time. Hansen sets up for three. Just long and rebounded by Ellerbush. Ethan Ellerbush, junior number 21. Sidney Carlson now. Out to Johnson, Sebastian Johnson. Toss over to Caden Pierce. Pierce inside as Ellerbush. And can't quite get it. Gullickson gets there again and another block. 10:45 remaining. Strem over to Petrie. Petrie inside to Gullickson, back out Hansen. Hansen looking. Has Petrie. Back to Hansen and then toss over to Strem inside for Stoltman. Back to Strem. Hansen and then Petrie back out to Strem. Strem steps into it, takes the jumper and good. Briar Strem. 53-41. Pierce fires inside for Dvorak. Dvorak steps back out, has Pierce. Pierce drives, takes the jumper, well short. And rebounded by Preston Hansen. Hansen flips it to Petrie and then Gullickson. Gullickson, a long toss over to Strem. And another long toss finds Petrie. Petrie looking. Hansen, Strem. Strem's gonna drive baseline. He'll take another jumper. This time it's no good. Rebounded by Stoltman. Stoltman kicks it back out. Has Strem again. Strem guarded heavily by Ellerbush. Stoltman gets around Carlson. Tries to get it through. Has Strem. Strem with under 10 seconds. Hansen has it knocked away by Dvorak, who comes up with it. And Sidney Carlson will take it. Carlson throws it right to Hansen, and Hansen with another takeaway. Preston Hansen now slowing down the pace. Hansen, he'll drive in instead. He lost the ball, got it out to Stoltman, kind of-ish. Stoltman, back to Petrie. Petrie really slowing down the pace. Strem, Petrie inside Gullickson. Gullickson out to Stoltman. Lots of passing. Petrie, Strem, pump fakes, has Hansen in the corner for three. Short and rebounded by Ellerbush. Pierce driving up and two. Caden Pierce. 53-43, 8 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Petrie has Gullickson, and then Hansen flips it out to Strem. Stoltman. Petrie off of his knee. Going up for Johnson, and a foul. Stoltman's a little bit too strong for his taste, and he'll get called for it. Stoltman's third, team's fifth of the half. First one's no good for Johnson. Pierce and Carlson check out as Morley and Sedlacek check back in. Strem out to Petrie. Inside to Stoltman. Stoltman driving. Kicks it back out. Gage Henriksen on the fade. Is good. Morley gets it out to Johnson. Ellerbush inside to Morley from Sedlacek. Morley through a group. Wants a call. Complains about it. No call. Hansen checks in for Gullickson. And Johnson to inbound, Sedlacek. Over to Ellerbush. Ellerbush looking. Johnson, he'll drive in. Lost the ball. Hansen's got it, kicks it out. Somehow got it out to Strem. He was like parallel to the ground when he did that. Petrie out to Hansen. Hansen looking back to Strem. Strem back to Petrie. Petrie back to Strem. Back to Petrie. And then over to Hansen, swinging it over nearly in the corner. Hansen, toss to Strem, or toss to Petrie, he's taken away. Ellerbush with another takeaway. Johnson looking for something to happen. Johnson has Sedlacek. 7 minutes now. Morley has it knocked away by Strem. Kept it in bounds. Long toss out to Johnson. Johnson's going to set up for three. And no good. Rebounded by Dvorak. No, and ripped away by Henriksen, who went over the top of Dvorak and just plucked the ball from his hands. Strem. And never mind, a timeout called by Coach Steffes. We'll be back after this.
When it comes to insurance, CHS Northwest Insurance Services of Fertile has your back. Meet Janet E. Fox, your dedicated agent specializing in multi-peril and hail insurance. Life is unpredictable, but your coverage shouldn't be. Trust the team that cares about your peace of mind. Call Janet E. at CHS Northwest Insurance Services in Fertile today at 701-371-6193. CHS Northwest Insurance Services of Fertile, because when it comes to insurance, precision matters.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Oh, you like Kai's new haircut? And we're back for the Beltrami boys basketball. Up by 12 on Warren Alvarado Oslo, 55-43 the score. Under 7 minutes to play here in Fertile. As Easton Petrie will inbound from his bench. Strem back to Petrie. Petrie looks inside for Stoltman. Kicks it quickly back out for Strem. Hansen back over to Strem. Just around the hands of Johnson. Strem, Hansen, all the way over to Henriksen. Henriksen takes his jabs. No good. Nice pass from Hansen to Strem and hard off the glass. Rebounded eventually by Sebastian Johnson. 6:15 now. Pierce fires inside. Morley up and off the glass and good. Found a hole and used it. Hansen fires over to Petrie. Long toss over to Hansen, up and just bouncing out. Pierce hits the deck as Hansen hit him in the back. Knocked the ball free, but Hansen picks up another foul. It's his second, team sixth. There's that example of strength right there. Pierce. All the way over to Sedlacek. Sedlacek lost the ball, and Strem's got it. Hansen knocked it loose. Strem has Stoltman, not quite. Stoltman wasn't looking, but is there water on the court now? No, there's not. Went through the hands of Stoltman right into another Stoltman. Hansen now with a setup for three is no good and rebounded by Sebastian Johnson. Johnson in the corner to Sedlacek. Fires over to Morley. Morley getting around, up and gets it. Through a lot of contact where no one else moved. Petrie inside Stoltman. Stoltman kicks it back out for Easton Petrie, and now Hansen getting around Morley. Petrie with a nice fastball over to Strem. Inside, Stoltman up, and the floater's good. Caleb Stoltman, Caden Pierce now. 4:30 remaining. Pierce back over to Johnson. Hansen now, 4:20 remaining. Hansen spinning around, stepping back, gives it off to Strem. Strem all the way over to Petrie, firing back to Hansen. Hansen looking, back to Strem. Now Petrie fires inside for Hansen, up and short. Henriksen comes down with it, but can't complete. Can't quite finish it. Under 4 minutes to play now. Pierce all the way up himself and one. Henriksen picking up his fourth foul. And it's an and one try. As Pierce has been putting on a show. Gullickson checks in for Henriksen. As Pierce is up and no good. One of his first misses from the free throw line. Petrie. Firing inside for Stoltman. Stoltman with another floater. Not rebounded by Gullickson as Morley came over and dunked on him. Just gave him a good old forearm to the head. Pierce. Back to Johnson. Johnson pass is tipped and out of bounds by Hansen. Hit Hansen right in the elbow and set the ball flying. 57-49 the score. Pierce inside to Morley. Morley kicks it out. Sedlacek for three. No good. Rebounded by Hansen. Off the shoulder of Morley. And Strem will take it up. Petrie fires back for Strem. Strem looking. Spins around. Nearly lost the ball to himself. Hansen getting around Sedlacek. Kicks it back for Petrie at the white line. All right, all the way back at the logo. Petrie trying to maintain possession. Can't do it. Pierce up and hard off the glass. Sebastian Johnson with the putback. 57-51. Strem now coming down to the wire. 6-point game. Hansen all the way over to Strem. Back to Petrie. And then to Hansen. Inside Gullickson to Strem. Strem's going to drive. Floater up. Hard off the glass. No good. And Hansen gets called. Pierce hit the deck for the third time today. And Hansen gets called in bonus. Now Pierce with a chance at 1-1. Pierce up and good. A chance to make it a 4-point game. Up and hard off the neck of the rim. Rebounded by Hansen. 2:15 remain. Strem. Back to Hansen. Hansen getting around Pierce. Out to Gullickson. Gullickson. Long toss for Strem. Making a circus catch. And a foul called on Sebastian Johnson. That's Johnson's first. And Petrie will inbound. Gets it to Hansen. Hansen driving baseline. He'll go up with a jumper and no good. Rebounded by Gullickson and another foul on Morley. Morley doesn't agree with it. Starts John with a ref. Hansen. Pass taken away, and Johnson up, and good! Sebastian Johnson making plays when it matters, 57-54. Strem, pump fakes, he gets it out. Hansen for three, no good, and rebounded by Pierce. Pierce runs into his own man, and now, minute 30 to play. 3-point game. Kicks it back, Pierce going through Strem, blocked by Gullickson. They want a foul and a jump ball called. Stoltman inbounding to Strem. Strem, toss over to Petrie, back to Strem. Strem with a minute. And a timeout called by Coach Steffes. We'll be back after this.
Polk County Public Health and Norman Minoman Public Health, together, We'd like to remind you how important yearly checkups are for children and adolescents. These visits are an excellent time for you and your child to talk to their primary care provider about their physical, mental, sexual health, or substance use. Don't forget to catch up on immunizations, including your flu and COVID vaccine. For questions on the Child and Teen Checkups program, contact your local public health agency or find us on social media.
Hi, this is Jim, and with Bernie Berkemeyer, we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us in enchanting Ireland June 25th to July 4th. Experience the ancient history, natural beauty, and the warm hospitality of Ireland. We travel across this beautiful country visiting places like the Kilkenny Castle and the breathtaking cliffs of Moher. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
And we're back. 1 minute to play. 57-54 the score. Fertile Beltrami leading by 3. As Petrie pump fakes, gets it out to Strem. As Johnson just about goes over the back of Strem and goes tea-kettling into the bench, as Johnson will get called yet again. Petrie will find Strem, as Strem left Johnson's ankles in the backcourt. Hansen out to Strem, and now Strem. Petrie from deep, no good, rebounded quickly by Hansen, up and no good. Gullickson getting harassed, and then Strem will pick it up. Stoltman back to Strem, out to Petrie. Inside to Gullickson, back to Strem, back to Petrie. Petrie from deep again, no good. Rebounded by Hansen. Hansen stepping out. Strem stepping back. 23 seconds and a timeout called by Coach Steffes. We'll be back after this.
Polk Norman Monoman Public Health is here to keep you safe and healthy. Public health services are low or no cost and always confidential.
We are here to keep you safe and healthy. We offer all types of birth control: condoms, pills, patch, ring, Depo shot, IUD, Nexplanon, and emergency contraception. STD testing is recommended every 6 to 12 months or when you have a new partner, all at low or no cost to you, and it's always confidential.
And we're back. Fertile Beltrami leading Warren Alvarado Oslo by 3. 23 and a half seconds remain. Fertile Beltrami with possession. Petrie out to Strem. Strem now with 20 seconds. Strem out to Hansen, losing time on the shot clock. Strem gonna go up with it to Gullickson, up, no good. Rebounded by Hansen, up, and he's fouled. With 7.5 seconds to play, Preston Hansen to the line. Derek Morley picking up his third. And Hansen gets it down. And a timeout called by the Ponies. We'll be back.
We switched to Garden Valley Technologies for our internet service and couldn't be happier.
The quality and reliability of our internet, TV, and cell service instantly improved.
The staff has always been great at steering us to the service for our needs.
Thank you for making our lives better.
I highly recommend GVT. It was the best decision I ever made.
Join GVT and share in our success.
Happy to have this company in my hometown.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
And we're back. 7.5 seconds remain. Preston Hansen back to the line for his second shot after the Derek Morley foul. And Hansen up and good. Hansen has missed one free throw tonight, and that pass from Sedlacek goes to absolutely no one. Fertile Beltrami is going to come away with a win in this one. Never mind, it's a timeout. We'll be back.
At Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, we make buying your next vehicle easy. Not only do we have a large selection to choose from, but we also offer them with a wide range of options. Whether it's the F-150, Escape, Explorer, Bronco Sport, or Ranger, we'll find the vehicle that best fits you and your budget. Check out the selection at ChristianBrothersFord.net or ChristianCarsOnline.com. Find your next vehicle at Christian Brothers Ford, Highway 2 East in Crookston.
I'm a proud alumna of Northland and now an adjunct nursing instructor.
That's the wonderful thing about nursing, though. There's many different paths you can take. Northland's prepared me by offering the skills, I think, to make you successful in life as a nursing path.
I wouldn't be the nurse I am if I didn't have Northland behind me.
It's like punishing Drew for being too tall, which I have said before. And we're back. 4.7 seconds remaining. 59-54. As Fertile Beltrami leading by 5. Under 5 seconds to play. Petrie to inbound. Long toss, Gullickson. Gullickson will step back out and give it off to Strem. Strem is going to win it. Fertile Beltrami, 59-54. The Falcon boys pulling out another win here at home.
We have a great responsibility to deliver